Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Now, what y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers, who be dipping in the
Alright, my dudes, story time. I gotta tell you guys how the fuck I even got the name Juice. We ain't even talked about that. I know it sounds like Jewsa. But really, it's really Juice. Alright? Only reason why it's Jewsa is because I had to switch it up because Facebook wouldn't let me, why am I so choppy right now? I'm usually smooth. Facebook made me, let me just tell you the story from the beginning. And let me let you guys know right off the bat, if you see me crash right now or today, it's because I'm going on 24 hours plus and no sleep. Why? I just ain't been right since that slip and fall in Walmart. Straight up. Damn, I just spoke some shit into existence. Alright, so I'm in the military, 2010, 2011. I'm in Afghanistan, right? I'm at the dining facility on the camp. And I'm with a whole bunch of guys. I hope you guys don't mind if I don't do no willy right now. I need to tell you this story. It's the story of where I got my name. You know what I mean? And I take this to heart. So, I'm in Afghanistan. I got my M4 strapped to my back. I got my plate of food. And I'm walking up to the table where my squad is at, my patrol set. And they are some assholes, straight assholes, but they're straight fucking killers. Every single one of them, except for the drivers. The drivers never really did shit, right? But, so I'm walking up to the table, and Tremaine Young, Specialist Young at the time, he said to me, he was like, in front of everybody, God damn, you done got big. Big as shit, ain't you? Looking at everybody else. Look at this motherfucker, he big as hell. Man, this dude look like he taking steroids, man. I'm gonna tell everybody you taking steroids, goddammit. Man, you know what? You look like you juicing. Motherfucker, I'm gonna call you Juice. I sat there and I looked at him like, motherfucker, don't say that shit in front of everybody, bro. You gonna have people trying to piss test me because you wanna call me Juice. Just a little word or just a little bit of advice to you guys. If anybody calls you some fucked up nickname, do not make it look like it bothered you at the time because it will stick. All right, that will be your fucking name. If somebody call you Dookie Breath and you try to fight it, that name gonna be your name until you is no longer friends with them. Look at this control right here, baby. Ooh, that was risque. I told y'all, man, I'm a little delusional right now. But the thing about the military, man, you can go hours and 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 hours without sleep, and it doesn't phase you. You're actually better without hours and hours and hours and hours of sleep. All right? If you didn't know that. Most of the time when we're shooting at motherfuckers, we ain't slept but 4 to 3 to 2 hours sometimes. But, and so, that whole year, 2010 to 2011, everybody was calling me Juice. Hey, Juice, here's another magazine. Juice, fucking load the Mark 19, charge that bitch, shoot, shoot, Juice, shoot. And so, that name stuck right there on that base in Afghanistan. That's where the name was born, right? Because I had the juice, right? And so, I get to New York, my Staff Sergeant Butler, he was the chief at the time, and because I was artillery, that's what you call your, the guy who's in charge of your fucking squad is a chief. And so he had a custom car, and when I seen this custom car, I was like, damn, I want one too. So I bought one from Florida, Miami-Dade County, had 20 foes, floaters on it, candy paint, sunset tequila. I'll show you a picture right here. And I slapped Juice on the windshield, right? Man, I didn't know that it was gonna be my name for the rest of my goddamn life. So it really took off in Fort Drum, New York. And every time I would drive all the way down to Houston, everybody in Houston that seen the name on the windshield, they didn't even know who I was. They just knew that Juice was on the windshield, and that must be the name of this nigga driving the car. And so people in Houston started calling me Juice. I would also travel to different cities, fuck a lot of bitches in Harrisburg, Buffalo. I would never ever go to the club just to be in the club with the regular fucking general population. It was always VIP. I'd be in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I already said that. But anyways, oh yeah, New York City, the Bronx, the Queens. I had sex with my first prostitute with a condom. Make sure I say that. Protected. In Queens, it's just one of those things that you had to do while you was over there. Brooklyn. Fucking, we fell asleep on the bridge on the way back to New Jersey, and a police officer knocking on the windshield. There was just like rush hour traffic, and like he's sitting there knocking on the windshield. I'm in the back seat, my homeboy's in the passenger seat, and the driver is the one who fucked it up for everybody. He fell asleep in the driver's seat on the shoulder on the bridge. So if you can imagine the two people that you're supposed to be getting back safe to the hotel, you decide you tired, I'm gonna go to sleep too. He pulls over, a fucking police officer, unmarked vehicle, pulls us over, and he's knocking on the window. He's like, what the hell's going on? What got us out of trouble, because it was 3 black people. What got us out of trouble was all 3 of our military IDs. That is the only reason why we got away. All right, but Juice was Frank the Tank. From that movie Old School, all right? That was me. I was always throwing parties. I was always going to parties. I was always in the club. I was always in the bars. I was always getting fucked up. I was always stunting. I have always been stunting before I even had a motorcycle, all right? I was just, hey, plain and simple, I was the shit. You can ask my boy Tremaine Young on Facebook. My Facebook's deactivated, but you can ask him on Facebook. He will vouch for me. He will let you know I gave that motherfucker his name. All right? Just tell him Juice sent you. But, so the name blew up right there, right? So let's fast forward to 2015. I'm still being called Juice, but at this time I got a badass Camaro, twin turbo, AGP, twin turbo kit that I installed myself right in front of a house that had a double homicide just a few months ago in Acres Home on Ezra Charles, where my daddy was staying, right? And so I had that Camaro then. And so I still was being called Juice by everybody. I was working at the time, and I was a diesel technician, and there was a girl as a service rider, and this was my ex. Me, being the player that I was, I took my shot, it landed, and I called her over for dinner. We had sex the first night, and that first night turned into 2 fucking years. Do not ever let a woman stay at your place more than 1 night. Kick that bitch the fuck out. Do not get feelings, do not get attached. Be strong, guys, because that's how most relationships start, is you get through, you having sex, you're cuddling, and you're still holding on to this bitch. And then you don't know what to do, you get attached, and that's female shit. 2 bitches in the bed talking. All right, that's what we ended up doing. Juice got soft, right? And that's where the name died for 2 years. All right, it got resurrected. I even changed my Facebook name to my regular name, right? My name got resurrected as soon as we broke up. A week after we broke up, I changed my Facebook name back to Juice. But here's the thing. Facebook was like, that's not a real fucking name. Try again, motherfucker. And so I had to figure out how I can still be Juice on Facebook so I can do a YouTube and I had to sound out juice, and that's where I got Jewsa from. All right, so guys, it's originally Juice, but you can call me Jewsa. I answer to either one. I know exactly what you're talking about. I couldn't do nothing about it though, guys. And here's the crazy thing. Only a few months ago, I realized that Jewsa, if you take that J in Jewsa, you take the A, you put it next to the J, you take that W, you flip that bitch upside down, you take the E, you put it right next to that flipped upside down W, then you take that S, it spells James. Which is my first fucking name. So it must have been destiny, right? So therefore, that's how the name is. That's how it stuck. I got my name from Afghanistan in 2010 to 2011 while we were in combat and all this bullshit, and it carried on all the way till now. I had to make modifications to it in order for me to continue the legacy, because there is a legacy behind it, and I plan on telling you guys all of my stories this 2019. I promised I wanted to get closer to my subscribers. I wanted you guys to know the real me, because I have real stories that ain't no bullshit, guys. I don't lie to nobody. If I lie, I'll wait a second, pause, and be like, hey man, I'm just playing. But I do not lie to nobody. If your breath stink, I'll tell you your breath stink. But I don't lie to a motherfucking soul. Having said that, ever since I broke up with that bitch, I've been dating. Guys, if you're in a relationship right now with a girl and it seems like it's pretty much a routine, man, you gotta break up with that bitch. You gotta break up with that bitch, because when you get pussy whipped, you are no longer motivated to hang out with your boys. You start burning bridges. Man, you don't want to do shit no more other than cuddle, watch Redbox and Netflix.
What was it you wanted?
I just wanted the ice cream cone.
Okay, I can get that for you.
Oh,
small or medium?
Medium, please. You're awesome. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below. Hit that +1 if you stayed to the end, baby. You already know the deal.